I always get a kick out of that music.
We were dancing too.
Yeah, right about the time that the wake view, I'm like, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to be seen by people, and I have no dancing talent, so I better.
It's a good catchy tune.
It is. I gave Mel that. I said, here's the video. I was like, look at it. Get us a tune that you like. So she spent, what, an hour?
Maybe an hour.
Probably an hour going through, oh gosh, now my mind's blank. Who do we use? Epic Sound. Epidemic Sound.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep, I like it. All right, well, hello. Look who we got here. First up in the chat is Yo. Actually, not Yo. Me, Ryan. I watch my own stuff. But a close second is Yo, Eddie Lugo Studios.
Yeah.
Welcome, Eddie. Thank you for stopping by, sir.
Hi, guys. We appreciate the support.
Yep. And then right behind that, it's never a dull moment with this gentleman here. And that is Scott from Controversial Cruising.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Sorry we missed the unusual or the usual suspects last night. I had every intention of watching, but then we took a week off this week from editing and stuff and got into Minecraft again. So we were all playing Minecraft.
We were busy playing Minecraft.
Yeah. So all hours of the morning.
We're a bunch of kids.
Every now and then you got to take a break. Christine was right from burning out. And somehow I ended up with 5 episodes ahead instead of 4 episodes, which is my normal. So I was like, you know what? Yes, this week, let's take a week off of editing. Let's just have some fun. So, gentlemen.
It's a loose interpretation of gentlemen.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today?
Yes, that's a good question. So, yes, today we are going to be chatting about the first half of our Alaskan cruise. So, hopefully everybody has seen the videos thus far in the series. If not, make sure to go check those out. But it was definitely one of our bucket lists. And, we've been talking about it for a lot, and planning it for a long time.
Yeah, we booked it almost 2 years in advance, I believe.
Right? It was what? It was
21 months or 20 months out we booked it.
Yeah, and somewhere, I think it was early 2022, still when things were, it was like cruising was starting to get back. You could definitely feel the capacity and the prices starting to head back in the direction. But I think that's like the week it came out or the week after the 2024 Alaskan cruises came out is when we sat down and booked it. So it had to have been 20 months or whatever that max window is. But I'm glad we did.
Always smart.
Always smart. And we lucked out. I mean, when we were looking at 2 junior suites, you guys remember the very first iteration was going junior suites for you guys and junior suites for us. And then Christine being the ever vigilant, let me just see, pulled it up. And
I'm more to blame for that.
No, not at all. I mean, I think it's awesome. But yeah, you pulled it up and it was like, holy crap. I think it was slightly less or just a few more for the 2-bedroom suite?
With the 2-bedroom suite with 4 of us and our various discounts, ended up to be around $10K altogether, and the juniors would end up being $6 apiece. So it was a no-brainer to both trim a grand off and split that that other suite.
Yeah, and so we even got the benefits of being in the Sky Suite. So the priority boarding and the coastal kitchen.
Yep. The free internet per person that I didn't even know about. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Eddie, it's wings. Wings is for lunch.
Oh.
It's my birthday week, and we are having wings.
Yeah.
Yes. It is Christine's birthday week, month, year.
What's for
woo?
So it's Bourbon on Main, right?
Bourbon on Main.
Yeah, little wings from a local spot down in Port Richey.
Yeah, it's a nice place too.
Downtown New
Port Richey.
Yep,
they usually have
Yeah, I was gonna say that '80s band we've caught a couple of times down there has been pretty good. I know the last time it was a little rough because they were getting a new lead singer and a new guitarist, but still, we're '80s kids, so
Yeah,
rocking it.
Hey guys, for the record, I would rather be having Chinese as well, just for the record.
Yes. Super
Chinese is my
China,
absolute favorite.
Super China, baby.
We have
Yeah.
a good Chinese place. So.
That's the bomb too.
Nah, it's a good place.
Eddie's got 2 bags.
But we
by
got
the time I drove to Eddie's place, it'd be just the right amount of age to really enjoy it too.
That's true. I mean, 8 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could get to Eddie in 8 hours. Less than 8 hours, actually. He's
not
in our old neck of the woods up there in Georgia.
I could make it there in probably 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
Oh. How many tickets does that include from the local law enforcement?
With Waze, that's 0 with Waze.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's get this started. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. If you're here for the replay, we definitely love our replay crew. So hit that hashtag replay and give us some hearts and comments to let us know that you're here. Today, we're going to be talking, like we said, the first part of our Alaska cruise. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan. With me is Mel. And then our other partners in crime, we got CJ and Christine.
I'm just a driver.
That's right. Just the driver.
I
swear, I'm going to make some swag for you, CJ, and we're going to get you a shirt that just says, "I'm just the driver," with the PK
cool.
Adventure logos on the back.
For our sales on our little sales website.
Yeah. We definitely have just some basic swag to get things started. I'm sporting one of them. Wait, it's always reversed. So I've got the little PKAT logo on the front, and then you got your
subscribe.
Yeah, our subscribe and our original design.
Yeah.
So you can show the QR code on your butt.
No, I haven't done that yet. But
okay.
It still means ski in your butt.
Yeah. Then you have an excuse to point a camera at someone's rear end.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we're gonna start talking. We went out of Seattle, so let's hit Seattle first. So from here, from Tampa to Seattle is about a 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
So no matter what time of the day, no matter where you're sitting, no matter what airline you're on, it's a long flight.
Yes.
Okay. It was a really long flight for CJ.
Yes.
Yes.
But I mean, just being on the plane, it's always noisier. So I love my noise cancellations because I was able.
Oh, there they are.
Oh,
I'll get them for you so you can show them. I have to walk around.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when that's going to be, my go-to thing is the noise cancellation.
Quick, everyone talk about it. Oh, never mind.
Do you know where I got these from?
The store?
Remember?
Unclaimed baggage.
Unclaimed baggage.
That's true.
Yes.
So for a third of the price too.
Yeah, these were $100 even instead of the normal like 300.
Yeah.
Or 250, 300 now. So, and if you haven't seen that episode, take a look at the website and see the unclaimed baggage.
I would drive up there just to go shopping.
Yeah, it's got some good
stuff.
stuff.
Let's go.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll hit it on the way for the New Year's trip.
I don't really think that
it's kind of out of the way.
It's kind of out of the
Not
way.
really.
We're going there.
I'll make it on the way, guys. I'll make it on the way.
We're going that way, and you now want to go that way?
No, we're kind of going this way.
True.
Okay.
But yeah, the plane flight definitely was long. But a couple of good things. Again, the noise canceling headphones, number one. Number two, I love the fact that at least on the Alaskan Airlines plane we were on had the USB plugs as well as regular 110 outlets in the back of each seat.
Oh,
so there was power.
Also, because we're T-Mobile.
Yes, with T-Mobile
subscribers, we get the free internet.
We got free internet on the flight because that was, I guess, part of the T-Mobile package.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So I can't say no bars in all places anymore because the one place you get service is on an airplane. Awesome.
Right.
You know what else I loved about that flight?
What?
The doors stayed on.
Wow.
Woo!
All right. So once we got to Seattle, it was fairly late for us. I mean,
It was
obviously,
very late.
huge hour difference. For
3 hours to begin with. Yeah.
So we
Plus
left here at 6, 7 o'clock, and we got there at 10 or 11 o'clock, I think. And then navigating that airport was a challenge.
Yeah.
It
was ripped to shreds.
Yeah. That airport is very under construction. It was
so. I mean, I hope it's beautiful once it's done, but right now it's.
Definitely has some work that needs to happen. But once you made it through. Yeah, once you made it through everything.
Yeah. Once we made it through, it was, and we got figured out the whole train system because they have a train that's right there.
The light rail.
Yeah, the light rail, which was like $3 a person, I think it was.
That was a good deal.
Yeah, that was
beat any Uber or anything else.
Yeah,
that was a steal.
I wish it went all the way to the port. That would have been great, but unfortunately it didn't. But it did go to 2 blocks from our Airbnb, which was an easy walk from the train station to the Airbnb, which was really easy to find with the very detailed directions from our host, which was cool.
Yeah. Not only that, but Mel and I, being the geeks we are, we both did a Seattle virtual reality date. So we put on our Meta Quest 2 headsets and went to the Google Wander app. And basically 3D'd from the entrance all the way down to the Airbnb, so we could see it with the Google Map 360.
We had your parents with us, so we wanted to make sure it was not an overwhelming walk for them. So it was downhill, and we thought it was going to be a pretty easy walk.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that because Dad
was for your old man. Yeah.
Yeah, Dad actually posted right as we were going off the air last time about it when we were talking luggage. So, so this man, God bless his heart, has been prone with injuries on every major vacation that he's been on for like the last 5 years. That's true. I mean, he broke his foot and was walking around Rome with a broken foot. And then he ended up getting some sort of cold when they were in Germany and had to get on meds for that. So then 2 days before our Alaskan cruise, he's going to get some work done on his foot. If you guys have ever had a compressed spine, they put the gel that then hardens concrete to re-expand your spine as you have the breakdown. So he had a problem in his foot, and the way the doctor explained it was, hey, we'll inject you with the same stuff, and then 48 hours later, you're going to be fine. And then he comes to find out when he actually got the procedure, it was in post-op, that they're like, yeah, you really should elevate it for 2 weeks and not put any blah, blah. And he's like, I'm getting on a cruise in 2 days because you guys said it would be 2 days. So anyway, that's the start of it. So he's already in pain, walking with a boot for this procedure. Then we get at, what was it, about 11 something?
Yeah, 11.
At the end of the train
I mean,
ride.
we're almost there. We're off the train. Yeah. We've just got 2 escalators, an elevator, and the 2 downhill blocks to walk. Yeah. I mean, we're literally rounding third.
Yeah, we're rounding third. And he steps up on the escalator, and usually somebody was behind him. This time, I guess he had my mom go first, and he went last. And he got on the escalator, cane in one hand, that was actually not holding him up because he was holding onto his luggage, his hand on the rail, and the luggage started to fall. So he went to grab the luggage again and lost his balance and fell down about 3 flights of escalators, which at first he thought it was more because it looked like it was like halfway up the escalator is where his luggage was, and he was at the bottom. And I have never seen transit security react so quickly.
So yeah, that was good points for Seattle security right there.
Yes, but
before I knew he fell, the first security guard was there.
Yeah.
I got to the top, I turned around and like, why is he at the bottom, and who's that person leaning over him?
Right, and because I heard something, and it sounded like someone fell, but I couldn't see anything, and all I saw was a bottle of water rolling. I was like, Dad dropped his water. Yeah. But then the security guys are running, and then I'm running right behind the one from the upper level who was going down, and he ended up, luckily, at least there was blood coming off his head, but it was just scrapes from his glasses. Chest was hurting, but he's like, "Oh, I'm good." Army Ranger. Army Ranger. I'm good. I'm good. No, don't worry about it. I'm good. Don't worry about it. And he's wincing the whole cruise, and he's breathing labored most of the cruise. So sure enough, we get him to the ER when he came back, and he cracked ribs and ended up with pneumonia. So it's like he is still 0 for 3 for all of his major trips.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, I mean, for Seattle to react that fast, that was pretty cool.
It was amazing.
That was our first impression, actually, of the people in Seattle.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then
Seattle
we got
was very clean too. I got to say.
Oh,
yeah.
It was surprisingly clean for I've been in New York. Obviously, we're here in Tampa, which Tampa does a great job of keeping their stuff clean too, especially in the more tourist.
Yeah, that they do.
I think our expectations of Seattle was.
I think it was lower than
We
what.
heard on the news.
Well, they were lower and they were very sketchy, and I guess I don't know what we were expecting, but I think we just were trying to make our own opinion about it.
Let's not lie. Everything in the back of our head was about that whole thing during the quarantine where, martial law and they took over the town and blah, blah, blah. So that's in the back of your head, as you're going to the area where this, occurred.
Right.
We definitely saw post, results of that with all that armed security we talked about in the episode. And cops everywhere, and every business had an armed guard in it.
It
so,
did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there was definitely a heightened presence that I think was a result of that incident.
Right. Exactly.
It was borderline feeling though, like police state almost still though.
Yes.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
Again, I have no problem with guns. Clearly, I'm an avid gun supporter. Every bear should have 2 arms. Right? Bear arms. But it was on the borderline of feeling oppressive. Like I was like, oh my god, if I drop this gum wrapper by accident, am I going to be on the ground in cuffs? With a Glock, with a 9mm Glock, no safety in the back of my skull.
I promise I'll never chew gum again.
Exactly. I mean, that's unless you're at the gum wall, and that's all.
Unless you're at the gum wall.
Where it's welcomed and encouraged.
Another thing that I noticed was like there was a lot of construction. It looked like they were doing a lot of improvements right there on the water.
Yeah, faceless.
Yeah, a lot of improvements.
Yeah,
a lot of greenery going in, and it's just it looks like a lot of renovations, but it looked like it was going to be really nice once it was done.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a really nice running trail when it's done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on in Seattle, once we got the Airbnb, obviously we got some sleep, and the first thing we did in the next morning was going to Pike's Market. What was your guys' favorite place in Pike's Market?
The bathroom, because they were male and female. Unlike the airport and other places where it's like, hey, everybody come on and just take a piss. You're good.
Yeah, that was a shocker when we got off the plane for sure.
Yeah.
I guess we did forget to mention that, but yes.
Yes. That was
the unisex bathroom was definitely not something we have seen on our coast.
Yeah, as soon as you get off the plane, you 6 hours, you have to go to the bathroom, and you walk in, and there's a guy walking in, and a female walking in. You're like,
what?
Walk back out. Am I in the right spot?
Did I go in the right spot? Yeah, actually. Let me go back out and look at that sign again.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think my favorite place was the pierogi place, or the
Pierogi
place.
Yeah.
I like that, and the
good.
Storyville coffee place.
Yeah.
I wish I bought coffee there.
I also really enjoyed the fruit stand where we got the strawberries stuff. I thought they did a really great job on presentation.
Yeah.
That's nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've been up and down the markets. Well, they're actually there are urinals in there, but they're hidden in the back corner. Only Ryan found them. I could use the sink like everyone else.
And let's be honest. Once you got in there and saw it, it kind of made sense. Basically, the unisex was where the sinks were, and then you had the normal lines of completely enclosed stalls, not like the East Coast, West Coast, where no open tops and bottoms. It was like a Buc-ee's, I guess. They completely enclosed.
Even Buc-ee's has some opening, but Yeah, it was definitely closed. Now, if you run out of toilet paper in that situation, your neighbor is not going to be able to help you out, though.
Yes,
No.
yes.
That's one thing I must point out.
Yep. And then there was a back area with another sliding door that led to a little room that had urinals in there. So, it was definitely designed. It was something that we had missed, and we're like, we didn't realize that it was going to be there. So it really took us off.
I didn't expect it, but I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I got to the point where I didn't really care because it was so late at night.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Welcome in, VentureCast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for stopping by.
Good morning.
But yes,
back to the market,
it's kind of like a fitting room is what each of the stalls were like. Exactly.
Yeah. But back to the market.
Yes, back to the market.
I was glad to get to see them throw some fish since that's a very iconic.
Very cool.
Anytime there's a show or TV show or movie or something shot in the area, you see that aspect. So while there wasn't as much of it as I expected, but as early as we were there, and when the fish are coming in, that was still a cool thing to see and to experience.
It's probably the best time to see it because they're stocking.
Yeah. I just felt that it really felt like there was that one major vendor who did it. I didn't really. Other places had seafood and different fresh stuff coming in off the boats. I didn't really see anyone else participate in that act except for that one corner,
I was going to say, that is one thing I was surprised. The market was much smaller than I expected it.
It was smaller than anticipated.
Yeah. Still a very nice,
Beautiful.
plethora of different vendors.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of similarities, a lot of fresh fish, a lot of fresh flowers. There was that one really cool Italian place that we saw with all the pastas and the different
all the crazy varieties, shapes, sizes, flavors.
And then that the fresh fruit stand with those cherries and the plums and peaches. Oh my goodness, those were amazing.
Oh my God! Since we got those cherries, I have cherries every day since we got
I
them.
know. I bought
every day.
It's starting to fall out of season and getting harder to get, but
we got cherry plums though, so we got some cherry plums for us today. And
yay!
Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah.
So the market was a cool experience though, and definitely something to see, especially like I said, since you see it in all the movies, see it on lots of TV shows. It was a great thing, and it was so close to the B&B that we had. I mean, it was 2 blocks uphill, but it was still only 2 blocks.
Right.
Definitely.
It was right there by the gum wall, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and you got to see that.
Pretty gross.
It was
pretty disgusting and gross. The gum wall.
It was gross, but it was artistic.
It was artistic, yeah.
Great. That's what they say about snuff films, but we're not watching those.
Welcome in, Warm Strong Adventures. Thank you. We're talking about our first half of our Alaskan cruise, so we're still on Seattle here.
There was a lot. There was so much.
There was a lot, yeah.
We spent a good day and.
We spent 36 hours there, basically.
Yeah.
We crammed in as much as we could, realistically.
Yeah.
Right.
So after the market. We went to the first Starbucks ever, so we talked about that. That was funny. I was watching the video again, and I was like, wow, how many times did I say, this is the first Starbucks ever? Hey, everyone, this is the first Starbucks ever. Hey, this is the first Starbucks ever.
Well,
so which number was that, just to clarify?
I think it was the first or second.
But you know what?
First. It had to be the first.
It was cool to go into and take pictures, but other than that, I mean, what else would you do?
I was going to say, the first Starbucks ever is really an Instagram photo booth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's there for you to take your pictures, and then you can order your coffee, but that's
and then
about
get
it.
out.
Yeah.
So what was better
was the
rotisserie, Ryan.
The rotisserie, yes.
Rotisserie. The roastery.
Yeah, I'd say rotisserie is chicken or meat.
But he kept calling it the rotisserie
I did kept on calling it a rotisserie, yes.
Yeah.
Just like I kept mispronouncing. If you watch the second episode where we go to the Chihuly Glass Gardens, I pronounced that like 5 different ways. The Chilean Glass Gardens, the Chiquilian Glass Gardens, the Chihuly Glass Gardens, the Chile Glass Gardens.
Just make it easy for yourself. The Glass Gardens.
Yeah.
There you go.
The tourist trap near the needle.
But yeah, like Christine said, that's all you do. Get your coffee and go. But after that, we went to
we did the eye, or no, after that we went to the roastery. We did the Ferris wheel first.
We did the eye.
which is cool. I mean, it's we've got one here in Orlando, so but it's
down
really
by the water was beautiful.
It was really pretty. Yeah, it was a great view of everything.
After doing the eye though in Orlando, that one's nothing.
Yeah, the one in Orlando is a tad bigger,
yeah.
but still beautiful scenery right there on the water and looking around. You could see, the Space Needle. It was great. Yeah. It was great. Then we went to the Roastery.
That's one tourist trap we always fall into. If there's one of those eye or giant Ferris wheel things, it's a guarantee that Christine and I are going to go waste some money on that. That's we really enjoy those wherever we go. So.
That pier was cute too. They had little shops and little restaurant over there and arcade, I think it was.
Yeah,
a little arcade.
Yeah. So that's
that carousel in there too. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So.
Yeah, so Venturecraft went there in 2022, but didn't get to see anything. Flew in too late at night. Yep. And we planned it to be there early enough for us to do it. So
we've never been to Seattle, and we were working on trying to check off our states, visit each state. Yeah. And this was a great way to, take care of that.
We'll go
make it a one and done. Because
So
I mean, Seattle, we jammed so much in one day. You think we could have stretched it to 2 days?
Probably. I mean, that's why I ended up breaking it into 2 episodes, because there was so much. It would have been a hour and a half long video to try to get or more to get everything in. But the Roastery was cool. That was definitely a cool experience, especially the cold brew test flight that you guys did. And then CJ and I did the whiskey and the whiskey cold brew comparison flight, which was freaking amazing.
Good stuff.
And then now Ryan told on me I spent too much money.
I finally found out how much she spent on that bag of coffee.
But for the record, I have you on videotape saying we're going home with this in quantities, no questions asked.
You did say that.
Get out of jail free card, Christine.
I don't know about that.
I can play the video back if you want.
That may have been the whiskey coffee talking, not me. Blame it on the alcohol. I can't do any more of that. I'll get copyrighted. Sorry.
But that's the reason I didn't buy any bags from there. Is just because it was so expensive.
Yeah, but it was good. Oh my God, it was good.
And that is the only place you can get that. I mean, that's not sold outside of that roastery.
You cannot. I bought my mom a bag to bring home.
I hope
she finished it recently and has been complaining to me that she can't buy more.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll go to Seattle, buy some more.
You got to go there. But I mean, it was $40 for what you would normally pay, $8
or $10.
Only for the whiskey one.
Yeah, the whiskey one. Yes, the whiskey one.
That was the most expensive one I think I saw there.
Yeah, that was. The other ones were between $20 and $30 a bag.
Yeah, but it was.
They weren't very big bags.
No, they were like this. Like I said, they're like if you go to the store, go to
they're like half-pound bags, maybe.
Yeah, a little half-pound. The ones you normally pay $8 to $12 for. Yeah.
But
that was definitely something worth doing, and it was a good time while we were there.
I mean, you can even eat lunch there. The lunch was really good.
Yeah, we did have.
They definitely had the biggest spread of any foods in a Starbucks.
Yeah. I mean, it was very limited, but the food that we did get and split with the sandwich was good.
I think they had a reasonable selection for the fact that it was just a Starbucks.
Yeah.
I was impressed with that, but it was finger type foods. You're right. It wasn't like a meal.
Yeah.
Where'd we go after that?
Next up was we split. Remember, you guys went to the
Museum of Pop Culture.
Yeah.
Which was at the Space Needle Complex. Mm-hmm. Everything. A lot of the stuff seems to be centralized to that.
Right
clearly.
there. Yeah.
Especially when you use their City Pass things, a trick we learned on the New York trip that we took you guys on, obviously for multi-entry of stuff, and that was an eclectic collection of different things that were pop culture icons throughout. I guess going back into it was going all the way back to like the 50s. And such.
It was pretty cool.
I didn't really get to shoot a lot of video in there. It was crowded and the lighting was not great. So I know the episode only has a lot of stills from in there. Because it was much better. A lot of placards, things to read, and plenty of interactive stuff though too.
There was also a big fat sign that said no videos. You could do photography, but you couldn't film.
Well, and there you go. We don't want to get in trouble with that. So.
I let her read those signs. I don't read those signs. That way, ignorance is bliss.
How long did it usually guys take you to get through there?
I guess 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on if you wanted to play with some of the interactive stuff, you'd spend more time. Like I picked up a real, or it's mounted, but you adjust it to your height. I picked up a real 6-string electric guitar and went through the tutorial. You have to play Rock Band and all that in younger days.
Oh, yeah.
And was playing like the first stanza of Louie Louie and realized that, now I know why I like Rock Band and not this. Because my fingers, they don't move like that,
Yeah, I was mixing and scratching.
Yeah,
on
she was
keyboard,
mixing the
DJ board.
Yeah, they had turntables.
Wicca.
Yeah, so we played with a lot of that stuff when we could. So I guess the hour we took is a perfectly average.
It was plenty of time.
It was, and it's a good amount to, a lot for. When you use those city passes that we got, you don't stand on the regular entry line.
No, you get a VIP.
We had a specific, almost like a Disney Fast Pass entry line for that. So it was really convenient to just come up, beep, get your bracelet or whatever it was, and in past the line. So that, and it was discounted. And even if you do 2 out of the 3 things that you buy the pass for, it covers its cost.
Yeah,
we figured that out. Yeah.
So while you guys were there, we did the Chihuly Glass Gardens, which was basically diagonal from where you guys were, just on the other side of the space.
Yep, the outside of the complex.
Ours wasn't crowded, so there was no line to begin with. So we basically just walked in with the pass and then started. Okay. It was broken into 2 segments. There was an interior one where the strategic placement of the lighting was just as important as the artwork itself, based on how it would reflect. So, hey, welcome, Entertaining and More by DJ.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Yes, and he's new to the chat, so everyone say hi.
Hi.
Yep. Now make sure as well, we're also here to help everyone connect. So definitely
share your own page.
I'll put this up just for a few minutes. So enter the hashtag PKAT into the chat to make sure that you guys can connect out there as well.
Yep.
So
the Glass Museum was, like you said, was broken in 2 areas.
Fragile.
My favorite part was the outside.
Guys, were there fragile signs all over the place? I'm just curious.
Actually, no.
Okay.
No.
It is glass, after all.
I mean, you couldn't actually go up and touch anything. They had it situated where you could not reach the exhibits.
Yeah, most of the exhibits.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were things on there that said don't touch.
Right.
But,
but the outside was my favorite part. Just, I don't know, the gardens were just so peaceful.
You said you liked because the placement in the garden, again, with relation to the surrounding scenery, the Space Needle being one of the big things, was also super strategic, because when you'd walk and you'd look at these black orbs, you're looking at it and you'd see the reflection of the Space Needle within the orbs or things like that. So
I got a couple of good pictures of that way, because it just looked like the solar system or something. And then in the back you see the Space Needle, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Exhibit, clearly.
It took us about an hour. We kind of went through, not speedily, but not slow.
Just a leisurely thing.
Yeah, so it was about an hour for us too.
Yeah.
That seemed all of those little museums or activities surrounding the Space Needle, I kind of, after doing, you guys did yours and we did ours, I feel like about an hour is what you could dedicate to them. So if you did want to do 2 in a single day, because you came in just a day earlier like we did, and you're trying to, get the bang for your buck on that trip, that's definitely a doable aspect, to hit at least 2.
Yeah, and like we use City Pass, where you could buy 3 attractions for X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
And then I think they had one that was 5 or something.
Yeah, they had different levels of it. 3 was the minimum. I think they had a 4 and a 5 as well, if I recall.
Yeah.
At different prices. But any 2 individual to purchase to walk in covered the cost of the 3 event pass. So that was really worthwhile.
We paid about $65 for 3 events.
Yeah, I think it was something that. Per person. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like 120.
Yeah, it was 120 bucks.
Yeah, like $120 a person. Yeah.
Because how much it cost to go to Space Needle was like.
It was like $50 by itself, or $45 by itself, and without any kind of VIP or other weird add-on things that they could do.
Right.
But the Space Needle was itself pretty cool. And I really always enjoy going up in observation type towers and things as well.
Yeah.
So that was a cool one for me as well.
Yeah.
That was crowded.
Yep. And that was a good way to end the night. I know we were trying to get towards dusk, but dusk didn't occur.
No,
we were getting there close to 8 or something like that. It was still,
like 7:45.
Like,
I'm like, why is the sun still blaring down on me?
I was like, oh, it's the full moon. Let's go as late as possible. We'll go at 7.
Yeah, right.
Oops, I forgot the sun sets at 10.
Yeah, over there, it's a little.
But it was cool. Yeah, we could see Mount Rainier,
cool.
Mount Rainier from up there, and then you had the upper outside that we could walk around, and then like 2 decks down was the rotating glass see-through.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, you got good shots from there.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that existed.
I enjoyed that we had the entire cruise group, not just the 4 of us, but we had all 13, all 11. Fred, Silver Fox, and Sarah, and his sister and brother-in-law, who do stuff with us occasionally. So that was a cool thing to have the whole group at one time.
Yeah. All right. So we've chatted Seattle a lot longer than anticipated.
Well, that's because there was so much to do in Seattle.
There was a lot to cram in.
If you do have a chance to go out there before your cruise, I mean, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
If you're doing a Friday cruise, definitely go out the Wednesday nights. You can.
It's fly in the middle of the week.
The flights are cheaper. The flights are definitely cheaper on Wednesday as well, so that helps.
No, I did not get the memo of red shirts for this episode.
This is pink. Pink.
This
is the first time. You know what? I wore my blue shirt yesterday, so I didn't have it for today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm working on laundry right now, so.
Oh, someone's going on Ovation in September. Oh, definitely watch those videos so you can see what to do, Dawn.
Yeah, we do have a full tour video of the Ovation. Was a really great ship.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. And you don't have to have a channel here. I mean, that's cool. We're here for everybody. If you've got a channel and you want to share, then hashtag PKAT. But if you just want to hang out and enjoy us and our shenanigans, by all means, you can do that.
Who knows what I'll say next?
Yeah.
No filter.
Yeah.
All right, but let's move on then. Let's get on the actual Ovation in Alaska. So,
well, do you want to talk about getting on to the port?
Yeah.
So
getting on this ship was actually a really easy experience, and not just because they were kissing our ass because we were in suites or grand suites, but once you got past your Uber or your Lyft or your Wings, which is a local ride share that's in Seattle. It was a little bit of a walk with luggage to the drop off, but not impossible.
A couple hundred yards.
I'd say maybe 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah, the Uber, the Lyft, and all. What did you call it?
Ride share.
Ride share. I mean, it was outside of the gate, and you had to walk. But if you got like a taxi or you had a bus service, it goes straight in the gate.
They would take you all the way in. Exactly. We chose the Uber just because it's what was economical with our
luggage. It was easier
at that point. But getting into that port, it was a good setup. There was none of that shenanigans like at a Canaveral or whatnot with the company that handles that for the cruise lines with everyone's got to be sitting in the row like I'm in first grade. Now everybody stand up. Now everybody filter. None of that crap. It was a much smoother through security, and then if it was your boarding time, you got on the ship. None of this weird corralling, much more traditional as we've experienced in the past.
We didn't have to deal with parking, which was nice. So
Definitely.
That was always a benefit, not having to, park ourselves.
And I know I walked like this, and I was like, Star class, Star class. Where does the Star class go? But did I mention
that's not
Star
the
class?
norm for us, though?
But it's not the norm. So when you're in Rome and we luck out, then man, hell yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Suck up those benefits every chance you get.
Dawn, you don't need to be nervous about that port. It's super easy to navigate.
Yeah.
Just make
there is a line if you're not have the key.
We didn't do the key, just for the record.
There is a line, but it's still really organized and easy.
Yeah, it was well done. Yeah, we've never done the key actually on any of our cruises. To be very honest, and I don't know about the other channels that cruise a lot that are watching, but I've never found a great benefit in what they actually offer.
Don't they take your luggage? That's probably one of the few benefits I would be happy.
They
with.
You know what?
carry-on.
They'll take your carry-on and lug it around or store it somewhere or maybe run it to your room. But I mean, that's not a good enough benefit. You know, we're all working from the ships and stuff, so we need that stuff with us.
Yeah.
I
think in the end, the benefit is if you're not diamond or above, you're basically buying the diamond benefits.
Yeah.
Basically what it really boils down to, the getting on the ship early. You know, there is the extra perk of the luggage that's not a diamond level, but you get that. I think the key also includes the internet package.
Yeah.
I don't think it does anymore.
Or a device. I don't know.
I could have sworn it still did.
I think they give it a discount.
It gives I don't remember if it gives you a discount or the internet, and then it gives you like premium seating shows, early off board and on board at ports.
That's true.
It's like
And when you get there, special seating in the
theaters and
theater.
such, yeah. But it's never been that much of a benefit in my opinion, to be honest. So
No, it's not. And I mean, really, I'll speak from my little princess, but however, they don't really take your carry-ons. You still have to lug it on the ship to the dining room before they take it from you. If I'm going to pay, take it right off my back, sir.
Yeah, like as soon as I get off the plane, I expect you there to take it and
carry me
to the establishment. Exactly. Yeah. So, but again, with being just like one decent cruise away from actually double diamond for us, and Ryan and Melinda being diamond, I don't see a benefit in that extra cost. But you know, everyone has a different cost value equation. Just to acknowledge that fact, that the key that you mentioned. But it is also a good ship. I see. It was a good deal for solo cruisers. Okay, with the expedited boarding and So for our experiences of going out of Tampa, where it's like, drive 30 minutes, 40 if there's traffic, and park across the street, walk in, or Canaveral, where we sometimes will stay the night before just for funsies. We've never had that need to those type of benefits.
No.
We typically don't take very long getting on anyway.
And the 270 definitely had great views in the morning. I agree. The music hall, that was definitely unique. That was kind of like a central area. That was a really cool place.
Yeah.
North Star, I know CJ and Christine. There's some upcoming video, so we won't spoil it too much. But needless to say, we got the VIP tour, and it ended up getting canceled because of the fog. But you guys were still able to squirrel away a later slot to
basically, like I just happened to be standing there on the deck or sitting there on the deck having a cocktail when I heard them say, okay, we're clear to go, and I jumped on the app and was able to snag a slot.
And really, the VIP experience only gave you an earlier time and hot chocolate.
Well, it was while you were in the.
It was
supposed to be while we're at the
glacier.
So it was
got canceled.
Which also got fogged out in that trip.
But that's a later video.
We're
talking about the ship in Juneau today.
So like Eddie said, and thanks Eddie for the shout out. But yes, our normal Friday night 6 p.m. premiere, we moved to tonight because we're part of Cherie's Saturday Spotlight series this week. So 8:26 p.m. tonight Eastern Standard Time will be our Skagway. Definitely don't miss that. I had a lot of fun editing this video because we did the Yukon Bridge. We had the 360 camera.
360 was awesome.
And then CJ, Mel, and I froze our ass off on that train.
It wasn't that bad unless you stuck your head out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Were you trying to imply that I sat my pretty little princess butt inside?
I might not have been intending that, but it might have sounded like that because I know you stuck your head out like twice.
No, sir. I was at the back of the train.
I know you were behind us. We were in the front. You were in the back. Yes.
She was taking pictures of us doing the stuff.
Yes, I was. I was taking pictures.
That was funny, because then she on one of the videos, I cut it out, but I hear her, "You guys weren't looking," and then CJ's like, "Well, we had nothing but wind and stuff. We couldn't even from the back of the train to look."
Yeah, I had no idea she was hanging out in the back of the train.
I was yelling so loud, like they could hear me.
It couldn't hear you. could.
But
not
anyway,
be.
watch
I
the
still think back on
episode
it.
tonight. It is one of the longer ones. It's about 35 minutes, but there's a lot of 360 footage of the train ride
Very
and
unique views of the train.
yeah,
and 360 views. I mean, of the train on the side. And
this one is going to be. It's still technically 2D, but there's some cool transitions. And we've already discussed at a later date we're going to do just a cut of the actual 360 video and just release the entire raw video with just some music in the background that you can then interact with on YouTube or with the VR headset to actually look around and see the whole train. So that'll be cool. All right, so back to the ship. Yes, so Ovation.
Ovation was an awesome ship. They alternate that ship between Alaska and Australia. So the solarium was enclosed, so it was appropriate for the weather, and you had a heated pool. We had 3 pools, 2 pools.
Technically, there are 3 pools. There's the one main outside deck one that
no one used,
even though it was open.
I saw a few people.
Yeah.
In it, the 1 or 2 times it was open. But most of the time it's just a lifeguard standing there looking very sad.
Yeah.
I actually like the solarium better than the Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the setup and the tier. I really liked that tier feeling.
Yes.
That went down. So then you had a lot of people who could be in the pools and still get, because you had the floor to ceiling glass, you could still see all the views of the glaciers and land and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and the pools themselves, the tiers being made of the clear glass.
Yeah, kind of like an infinity.
Yeah, like an infinity, gave it a nice open feeling.
I mean, if I'm being honest, there's a lot about the Ovation that's better than the Wonder.
Yes, there really is.
Yeah, I do like the feel and the size of that ship. That's the first time we've been on a quantum class.
Yes.
So that was a perfect size ship, in my opinion, to really enjoy the ship and still have plenty of activities.
Oh yeah. They had a ton to do. The sports complex.
Oh yeah,
and they had
one of the more impressive sports.
Yeah, and then activity every day, like pickleball and Jenga, bumper cars,
roller skating, and then the bumper cars, which is a later episode, and it's so much fun.
Bumper cars episode is amazing.
Wait. Okay, so the ship was great, guys. Juneau.
Oh yeah,
we did a whale watching tour.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about the other stuff.
It was brought to you by Juneau Tours.
Yes, that was the name of it.
It was recommended to me by my uncle who lives there.
Well, doesn't he live on the other side of the river? So isn't Douglas?
Well, he lived in Douglas and now he lives in Anchorage, but he is like one of 2 environmental lawyers in the state.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he knows all the things.
Yeah, he knew. He was able to make good recommendations.
Good recommendations.
On what cruise and tour stuff, third party to use, and what to avoid.
I highly recommend, if you're going to do the whale watching tour,
a private tour.
Book it either privately, which is kind of expensive, or just outside through the tour group. It is the same whether you book it through the ship or you book it through the tour group privately. They're the same. There's only one in Juneau.
Yeah.
Juneau Tours.
Yeah, Juneau. Yeah, whale tour.
They give you the same
event or
experience, but the same what's the word I'm looking for? Like they guarantee you're going to be back on the ship in time. If you don't see a whale, that means nobody sees a whale.
Not just you. Everyone has
to not see a whale. You get some money back. The difference is
not going to happen, for the record.
If you book it through the ship, it's like 4 times more than if you book it directly through the provider.
It's definitely worth it
for sure.
Do it third party.
As we've become more accustomed to doing cruising with since the reopening, we've been more likely to do something third party without the ship, as long as they have the appropriate guarantees and such for getting you back or to your next destination and things like that. So we're more likely to
shore group.
Point.
Yeah, for the New Year's we used the shore excursion group for the New Year's cruise. The other thing we look for,
they were amazing.
Yeah, the other thing we look for too is trying to make sure that whenever our excursion ends, we're like 2, if not 3 hours is when it's over before the ship leaves. We try to avoid the ship leaves at 6 o'clock and we're done at 5, because it doesn't leave us any room for a possible mishap of delays, which
Yeah.
you get that guarantee obviously if you do it through Royal.
Right.
A lot of these companies that we research, like Christine says, also guarantees, but I haven't put that to the test.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to put that to the test.
Ryan.
Also, it doesn't leave enough time for the wives to spend what little bit of money we have left on garbage in the ports.
Thank you. I was going to say the real reason is so Melinda and I have time to go shopping.
Exactly.
And we have time to sit around and look forward while we wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whale watching was cool. I mean, we were pulling off the dock, and they're already like, "Hey, we see a humpback."
Yeah.
We hadn't even left the dock.
Yeah, so we
little jetty.
ventured over there and we saw the humpback, and then they were like, "Oh, we probably won't see any orcas because we mostly see humpbacks this time of year," and all we saw was orcas.
Pretty much.
Well, not all. We saw a mix, but we definitely saw a lot of pods.
More orcas.
Orcas?
Orcas.
What's an okra?
I don't know. An okra.
Okra? You saw an okra whale? Is that a green? Was it green and fried?
Yeah.
Okay.
Orcas.
Orcas. Yeah.
And we saw a humpback. That's true.
The one drawback, we didn't see a breach. That's what we were really hoping for. But we saw a lot of flukes, which is the tail. We saw a lot of spouts.
I mean, we learned a lot of terminology of what this was and what that was. A fluke was and a breach was.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, how's it going, Cruise Nuts? Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Yeah. But we learned a lot. And one of the big things we learned is all the breaching, that's done by the juveniles because of the amount of calories to do that they have to expend. You don't see the adults doing that. It's just the juveniles who have that type of energy. And a week after we left, we had some friends from high school that went, and they saw a breach the week after we came back. But
I mean,
Don, you should still see whales even in September. That's not a problem. And to be honest, you'll see a lot of other wildlife that we didn't get to
because we were just too. They had a late spring.
Yeah, as they referred to us, they said, "Wow, we can't believe there's still so much snow on the ground and around at the end of May, first week of June, because of a very late spring or early late winter. If it's a late winter, then people have.
Also, in September, you have a better chance of northern lights.
Yep, I was going to say you can see. Let's try. I'll give you fake northern lights here.
Fake northern lights.
There we go.
There you go.
Fake northern lights.
They don't quite look like that.
Or we can do. I haven't played with this yet, so we gotta.
Well, that brings another question. If we go back,
yes.
When do you guys want to go? Because we would
go at the end of the season next time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, you know what?
Because a lot of times people when they go in the middle of the summer, which is the peak season, but it's the peak price as well. But you have a higher chance of seeing the bears and the salmon run and more wildlife, basically.
Yeah, I would definitely go back mid-season for the salmon run. You're definitely going to see more wildlife then.
Yeah.
But if you go the end of mid-season, then you get the best of both worlds, right? The beginning is animals, the end is northern lights, and the middle
you get a little
bit of both.
Yeah. I agree. I think next time when we go back, because there's going to be a next time when we go back.
Yeah, in 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So that brings up 5 years is a good time to maybe Sea Tackle finally had that wing done, in construction wise, and be able to get back there. But I don't want to do a closed loop next time. I want to do the other version where we fly north and come back south, or south and cruise north and then fly from there. So I don't want to do the closed loop version.
I have an idea.
What?
Next time we go back, let's bring the camper and stay for the whole season.
I was talking to him about that earlier today, and I said,
great idea.
I don't think the campers are going to fit on the airplane.
No,
that carry-on luggage. How would you get that?
Road trip.
I told him. I said we should do a trip
for 4 months. And
sell T-shirts and crab legs.
Yeah, okay, you do that. I'll be here actually having a house.
I'll just be a tour guide and drive the bus. Be the
all right, Melinda and I will go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway,
also hold it down.
Yep. So here's our question of the day. Mel came up with this a little bit earlier. So if you have done an Alaska cruise, just like we were just talking about, when is your favorite time to go and why? So the early season, the mid season, or late season? So type that in the chat, and we'll see.
Yeah, because I'm curious what everybody else is. I mean, you're going to have a different experience every time you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes by just a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just saying with
weather
us,
is going to be the week difference we were there with, and then our friends were there. It was a 40-degree difference.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, we had that cold snap that came in and totally froze us up a bit more than planned.
CJ's parents were there days.
My parents
days before
were there
us, and
less
like,
than a week. And they're
we
like,
were in shorts and
we were in shorts. It was like 65 degrees.
And then we got there and we're like, oh my God, it's really cold.
Why is it 40 degrees?
Yeah.
I did not pack for this kind of.
No.
I didn't know. Yeah, the Parkers and the Crosses are coming. Let me throw some cold wind there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we got VentureCast. So he's done it April and September. So cool. Beginning of the season, end of the season, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to agree. April was less crowded when we got there. We had higher chances to see Northern Lights when we were in Juneau, but it was overcast. So I think it was like 60% possibility of what they were
according to the scale that they used to measure, it was like almost up to, it was like 58% or something like that. But
I
really did want to see the Bears. And
and we didn't. We were thinking that on the train we'd see it, and surprisingly, we didn't see any wildlife. But my parents did a bald eagle excursion, and they saw bears and moose and eagles and the whole nine yards. So it's a crapshoot on. I mean, it is nature, so it's a crapshoot on where you're going to be able to see it.
But I mean, there's so many different excursions to experience. They did the walking excursion, basically. Was it a walking excursion?
No, it was on a boat. It was a bald eagle sanctuary that you got into a boat that then went down the rivers and the waters and stuff like that.
See, it was a sanctuary, so it was a protected area, not open. Like what the train went through, which meant there was actually a guide underwater with the he was walking the bear. It's like when I go hunting in Alabama, the guy walks the deer out for me 100 yards away so I can, take care of it. So.
I mean, that was I probably love that excursion as well, but it's hard to choose because we did the train, which was the most popular excursion, and we actually did that excursion through the cruise ship.
That one was.
I forgot the reason why we went through the cruise ship.
It was the cheaper. It was cheaper because they were doing a really, really good sale.
Because we booked it.
We booked it way early too, like very shortly after the cruise itself.
Yeah,
I think it was like as soon as they opened, and it was basically $250 a person.
Yeah.
And you did the Yukon suspension bridge. We got the combo pack, so we did the Yukon suspension bridge where we went into Canada to do that, and then we took the train back from just over the border back down into Skagway as that combo. And my parents. Even though I kept on telling my dad, book it now, book it now, book it now. I'll hold off. It'll go on sale again. I'm like, no, just book it now.
Book it now.
It didn't. It went from $250 a person to $500 a person.
Yep. It never went on sale again.
No.
Which is uncommon because normally they do. That one never.
You can always book it and then cancel and rebook it when it goes on sale.
It could be because Princess owns the railroad up there, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Princess has priority in Alaska.
It's possible they just didn't offer a discount to Royal. They maybe saved it for their own ships. I don't know. But that is one point to add to the train trip. But either way, that was an amazing thing, and it was worth every penny that we paid.
Yeah.
Loved it. Wonder if they're going to have it reopen this year after the rock slide. It was just open 3 months ago.
Well, there was a rock slide
in June.
Yeah, there was a recent rock slide that actually interrupted a lot of passengers' excursions. And the cruise lines did a great job of actually getting those people on another boat to get them to the next port and stuff. So there was a lot of scrambling around to try to get these people back on their vacation.
Oh, wow. I guess I was not thinking to that cruise news.
No.
Yep. Scott talks about the days of '98. I saw that when we were walking in town. We saw it. It was the comedy show of Soapy, that sleazy dirtbag.
Yep.
That was, scamming everybody back in the gold rush period. So it looked like it would be fun. So.
Whoa, that was a show?
I think it. I don't know if I think it was more creative accounting.
Yeah, it was with the chick hanging out the window. And they were
the brothel.
That was an actual show.
Yeah, the brothel. But yeah, it was about Soapy, and he would quote, send telegrams home for the miners, but then he'd pocket all the money that they sent home, and then he'd write fake letters saying that they needed more money, and then when they paid him more money, he'd pocket that.
Creative thinking outside the box. That's all.
And then Scott says he likes August. Northern Lights in person, or having the chance to see the wildlife. And,
that's true.
Yeah, we missed it because we chose early season as well because of wildlife coming out, and having the babies and stuff like that. But spring was late by a week, and so we missed most of it.
Missed it. Yeah, because think about it, we did camping less than 3 weeks before this cruise, and everything had babies with it.
Yeah,
there wasn't an animal that wasn't carrying its baby around.
Yeah,
and we expected much the same, but that late season really messed it up for us. So, what else do we need to hit? We're getting on to an hour, and we know people.
We have a prior commitment,
so we know that.
Well, the only other thing I was going to mention in Juneau was the crab.
Yeah, Tracy's crab shack.
The expensive crab that was very delicious.
Expensive crab, but you're paying for the
name,
freshness, the atmosphere. I mean, it's literally coming off the boat. So, I mean, I don't know how much fresh we can get.
It was also less expensive than buying it in Florida.
It was cheaper than Costco or Sam's Club. That
exactly.
Is $80 a pound versus close to $300 a pound here.
Yeah.
For a king crab legs.
For king crab legs, it was good. It really was.
Like the regular snow crab legs.
No, I didn't taste that much of a difference from what we would have down here. King crab, absolutely.
I would definitely get the king crab. I mean, I wouldn't probably get the snow crab again up there. I just get the king crab.
I would get.
I don't know. You're only allowed to get that again if you wear the cut-proof gloves that Christine got for you and me, so we don't keep slicing ourselves up.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yep.
That lemon
I
juice
always carry Band-Aids everywhere.
Yep. All right. Well, yes, tonight we want to first off, thank everybody for hanging out with us this morning. It does mean a lot to us. This is what we love to do, and we're glad people like to watch our shenanigans and our shows. Before we go, we were just talking about this too. We are 52 subs away from 500. So when we hit 500 and we can finally start the first level of monetization, the first 10, yay! The first 10 who join will also get our new logo sticker. If you join any one of our monthly programs.
Look, you can put it in cups. You can put it on laptops.
Yeah.
Put it on shirts.
I put one on the back of my truck.
Yeah.
On the camper.
Get them on our camper.
So keep your eyes open.
I have on my barber's mirror now.
Hey, Melinda, what was the name of the crab place we went to?
Tracy's Crab Shack.
Tracy's Crab. But yes, good crab cake too.
Tracy's Crab Shack.
Now, there's multiple locations of it too. Just real quick to wrap up. There's one right outside the ships. And it was constantly busy from the time the door opened until we pulled out of port, basically. And then there's another one that's a little more outdoorsy feeling to it, almost like a pop-up restaurant feel.
Was it bigger?
Not too bad of a walk. You can get there, within 5 minutes. People were definitely doing it, and a lot of people said that it had the same food, basically same everything. Just it was a little, without that weight, But again, be prepared.
The line went pretty fast. We stood in line.
The line went fast. Yeah, that's true.
You're only serving crab and crab cakes and a few other things that they were serving.
Yeah, the soup.
So it's not like they had to go cook a bunch of different items.
Right.
Yes. Well, if you're going to do one thing, you might as well do that one thing. Awesome. And
pretty much.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks. Yeah. Thanks again, everyone. VentureCast, Country Vulture Cruising, Dawn, Eddie. Thank you guys all. Cruise Nuts.
Appreciate you guys.
Here. Appreciate it. It's especially good for the lives when we have some of that interaction going on.
And again, make sure you watch at
8:26 Eastern Standard Time tonight, Skagway. Part of the premiere. The premiere starts at 7:30. It's Sherry's Spotlight, and there's a lot of different channels that will have back-to-back premieres, and you'll jump from one to another and kind of interact the whole way. So our segment is 8:26 Eastern Standard Time. Official show starts at 7:30 with a live from Cherie, and then it moves, I think, at 8 Eastern Standard Time is when all the premieres will start, and then stagger for the next hour or so. So thank you guys
back at our
so
regular
much. We really, really do appreciate it. We'll definitely have a part 2 once the rest of our Alaska videos finish posting to wrap up the Alaska. And then we promise at that point, the RVs and the camping videos will start to roll out. So,
yeah.
One more thing.
Maybe you should start working on the blooper reel for cruise stuff.
right?
One more
That
thing.
should be your 100th episode, which we're coming up to.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Christine.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yay.
Happy birthday.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thank you again so
See you
much.
later.
See you on the
Bye,
scenic route.
guys.
Bye.